There are bugs destroying gardens right now, and the people who figured out how to stop them aren't using pesticides. They're burying 2 pieces of metal in the dirt. That's it, and it works. Here's the part that's going to mess with your head. This isn't a new invention. The science behind it has been documented for over a century, but almost nobody's using it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what metals, exactly where to put them, and exactly why every bug that tries to cross the line turns back like it hit a wall it can't see. Stay until the end of the video, because I'm going to show you the one mistake that makes this fail completely. And most people have no idea they're making it. Let's start with the problem. Slugs, snails, ants, cutworms, beetles, they don't need an invitation. They walk straight into your garden, eat everything, and disappear by morning. You wake up and your plants look like someone took scissors to them. Pesticides work sometimes, but they wash away. They kill the beneficial insects too. They cost money, and you have to keep reapplying them forever. You're not solving anything. You're just fighting a losing battle in slow motion. So what if there was a barrier? Not a physical fence, not a chemical spray. Think of it as an invisible field, something that tells every bug approaching your garden, turn around. This is where science gets genuinely interesting. It's called galvanic action, and here's how it works. When 2 different metals touch each other, or come close together in a moist environment, they create an electrical exchange. A small, continuous flow of electrons moves between them. The intensity of that exchange depends on which 2 metals you choose and how far apart they are on what scientists call the galvanic series. Think of the galvanic series like a ranking. At one end, you have metals that want to give away electrons, called anodic metals. At the other end, you have metals that want to absorb them, called cathodic metals. The further apart 2 metals are on that scale, the stronger the reaction between them. Now here's where bugs come in. Slugs and snails, the most destructive garden pests on the planet, have a body made almost entirely of electrolyte fluid. They're essentially a living battery. When they encounter an active galvanic field, that field interacts directly with the electrical signals in their muscular system. Their muscles get confused. Their movement gets disrupted. It feels like a shock, not a deadly one, just enough to make crossing that line deeply uncomfortable. They don't get hurt. They just refuse to go further, every single time. Now, which 2 metals actually work? This is where most people guess wrong. Aluminum and steel, barely any reaction. Same with 2 pieces of copper together, zero galvanic effect. You need contrast to make it work. The combination that works best, and the one that's been documented in university horticulture research, is copper and zinc. These 2 metals sit far apart on the galvanic series. Copper is cathodic, zinc is anodic. Together, especially in moist soil, they create a mild but continuous electrical field strong enough to affect any creature that relies on electrolyte-based movement, which includes nearly every soft-bodied pest you're trying to keep out. This is the same basic chemistry that powers a battery, literally. A copper-zinc battery is one of the oldest electrochemical cells ever discovered. You're essentially building a very flat, buried battery around your garden bed. But here's where it gets interesting. It's not just slugs and snails that are affected. Ants use chemical and electrical signals to navigate. When they walk through an active galvanic field, it disrupts their trail communication. The scout ants go in, feel the interference, and don't send the signal back to the colony that says, "Come this way." The column stops. Your garden becomes a dead end in their navigation system. Some researchers have also documented similar effects on cutworms and root aphids, pests that live in the soil rather than on the surface. When copper and zinc are present in the soil environment together, the ongoing electrochemical reaction actually creates trace copper ions that act as a natural antifungal and insect deterrent below ground. You're not just protecting the surface, you're conditioning the entire soil environment. So how do you actually set this up? Step 1. Get your materials. You need copper wire or copper tape. The kind sold for pest control already exist, but plain electrician's copper wire works just as well, and zinc strips or galvanized metal. Galvanized metal is steel-coated in zinc. It's cheap and it cuts easily. Step 2. Determine your perimeter. Measure around your garden bed or planting area. Add 10% for overlap. Step 3. Installation. Here's the part most people get wrong. The 2 metals need to be close, but they can't touch directly along their full length. If they fully touch everywhere, the reaction burns out faster. You want them near enough that the moist soil between them completes the circuit, but not pressed flat against each other for the whole run. Bury your zinc strip along the perimeter at about 2 to 4 centimeters depth. Then lay your copper wire right alongside it. Same trench, Same depth, but with a thin gap between them. The moist soil fills that gap and acts as the electrolyte. That's your circuit. That's your invisible wall. Step 4. Overlap your ends. When you close the loop around your garden, make sure both the copper and zinc strands overlap by at least 15 centimeters at the join point. This keeps the field continuous with no gap bugs can exploit. Now, the mistake I promised you. Dry soil kills this completely. The reaction needs moisture to stay alive. The soil moisture is what allows the galvanic reaction to keep running. Without it, you just have two pieces of metal in the ground doing absolutely nothing. The fix is simple. If you're gardening in a low moisture environment, water your perimeter zone where the metals are buried. Keep that soil damp and the reaction stays live. Some people add a thin layer of mulch directly over the buried metals to lock in moisture. That works well. The second mistake is using only one metal. People hear copper tape repels slugs, and they bury copper tape alone. It doesn't work. Copper alone has some surface deterrent effect because slugs dislike the feel of it, but it doesn't produce a real galvanic field. For that, you need the pairing, copper and zinc together. The reaction is the point. Let's talk about how long this lasts. Zinc is the sacrificial metal in this pair. It corrodes over time. That's intentional. The zinc is giving up its electrons to the copper, which is exactly what produces the field. Over months and years, the zinc will thin out. Copper lasts much longer. In practice, you can expect your zinc strips to need replacing every 2 to 3 years depending on your soil chemistry. The copper wire can last a decade or more. Some gardeners wrap copper wire around individual plant stems, just a ring of copper where the stem meets the soil. This works, but it only protects one plant at a time, and without the zinc, you're only getting the physical deterrent, not the full galvanic effect. The buried perimeter system protects everything inside it. One setup, whole garden. This works in raised beds, in-ground plots, and around compost bins, anywhere you have a defined boundary you want bugs to respect. The science is real, the chemistry is proven, and the cost is somewhere between $5 and $20 for a full garden perimeter setup that lasts years. 2 metals, 1 trench, and every soft-bodied pest in your yard will start going around your garden instead of through it. If you've been losing the battle against garden pests, try this before you buy anything else. And if you know someone still spraying pesticides every season, share this with them. They need to see it.